cyber has really changed over the last decades. It's not the same that it used to be a while back, and it's things have changed dramatically. If you think, for example, the way that we live at the moment, we don't live in a situation where we are either offline or online. We seem to constantly live in somewhere in the middle. And this is because of the enormous the use of mobile phones or smartphones, the use of smart metering, the shopping online, the way that we browse the internet, and the way that we are watched and targeted when we browse the internet. So just over half of the world's population is online, and in the next decade, 90% of the world's population, so we're talking about roughly 7.5 billion people, will be online, and over 125 billion machines will be connected. Um, so obviously this presents huge opportunity for cybercrime, and the artificial intelligence, digitization, the progress in a rocket speed means that there are so many new challenges that we have to really we have to deal with. And it's not just about more sophisticated technology. It's not just about new products coming into the market, coming into the landscape and providing new opportunities for cybercrime, but it's also about the growing number of human and digital targets as well. So cybersecurity is obviously a booming career, and it's really important that it is so, and I really recommend it to a lot of people. But what I really wanted to stress is that there is no particular way to come to cybersecurity, and I wouldn't want people to think that the best way to come to cybersecurity is through a technical background, where, for example, and because what we do not need in cyber at the moment is homogeneity. We need people coming from all sorts of different backgrounds, because at the moment working in cyber means so many different things. It means that we need to understand the landscape. We need to be able to really do a horizon scanning on what is happening and risk assess the best solutions. We need to change, and really we need a cyber leadership around the UK and around the world that is really able to challenge the data culture that organizations have at the moment. So it's really important to really appreciate that there's so many ways to get into cyber, and I've come from a completely different background. I've come from human rights, I've come from the passion for privacy, and then I moved on to really understanding and working on how we can code and engineer privacy and security into the products that we create. But my passion is really about artificial intelligence and how this artificial intelligent artifact, they are techno-social products. They live in society, they breed society. So what matters to me is the data culture that organizations have, so they can harness the value of the data, and at the same time can safeguard people's dignity, people's privacy, and people's data from a data protection perspective. So this is very much at the heart of what I do, and I sit in cyber and I work in cyber, and this is to make you understand that you can come from theatre, you can come from politics, you can come from the law, you can come from academia, or you can come from mathematics. Wherever you come from, if you're passionate about harnessing the value of information, harnessing the digital assets that we've got, and to build together a better future, then cyber is the career for you. And I really hope that you choose it, you embrace it, because, and I want to close on this, because I think now more than ever, with the pandemic that has hit us so hard, but it's also in particular has been hitting hard a younger generation. And I have a 15-year-old son, and I must say I feel that the younger generation have been really hit the hardest by this pandemic. But one thing that this pandemic has really shown us is how interconnected we all are, and how my personal data is a great public asset, because my personal data, your personal data, all together, they help us with digital tracing, they help us with really finding ways that we can tackle this horrible virus. And the reason why I'm saying this is because nothing more than this pandemic and has really shown how our data is valuable as a public good, and how we need to safeguard it, protect it, and ensure that we harness it without harming anybody. And this is why I think this is a perfect moment to consider cyber and the cyber challenges that are arising as a career opportunity for people. And the more diverse cyber teams are, the more backgrounds, the more we have women joining, and women from every walks of life. The more we've got, the more diversity, the more different approaches, the more different the approaches are, and the more we can really have the consequent scanning of what we are introducing. And to do that, we need people from different backgrounds to look at the possible consequences. So the more we have people coming from everywhere and from all sorts of walks of life, the more I think we can help safeguard digital assets, we can help flourish our societies, our institutions, our businesses, we can help them flourishing, and while safeguarding the dignity and the personal data of human beings. So it's great, and I really hope that you consider a career in cyber, and I really hope to find you on the journey later on, where we're trying to really solve the big issues that we have ahead of us, from blockchain to artificial intelligence to deep fakes, and to the cyber threats in geopolitical dimensions and diplomacy. And if you see me on that journey, come and say hello. And until then, I really wish you all the best.